we will show how to model a circle or curved member in S-Frame. In this model, I have a square section, and what I would like to do is define a circle that is within this area. I will need to define the center of my circle by placing a user coordinate system here, which I already created. If you go here to the drop-down list of the user coordinate systems, I define one called my UCS, and it's located here. And remember, you can always define user coordinate systems by using the user coordinate system tool. And this point will define the radius of my circle. Now let's start by creating one joint and place it on one of the edges of this square section. So if I select the joint tool, I'm going to place my first joint here. Next step will be to copy this joint tool into the clipboard and generate a first copy around the Z axis, because I want the circle to be in the XY plane. Since my circle is going to be 360 degrees, I'm planning to generate copies every 10 degrees and also include some members. In total, I will have 36 members that will define my circle. So if I start by just unselect all, and by using the selection tool, I select that single joint, I can copy by going to Edit, Copy, or Ctrl-C, or you can also use this tool we have here available. Once copied, you may notice the changing color to red. Now I'm ready to use the clone tool. If I right-click here, I will see this new window. If I just move this here, the generation method will be rotation. And as I mentioned, just the first copy of this joint will be 10 degrees. And I click OK. And my first copy is generated. If you don't see your copy, I will suggest to toggle this option off, just to see the unselected objects. Now that I have my first degree defined, I can use the member tool to create my first member here. Use the selection tool, select this single node, and then with the member definition tool, I just define my first member. Now I can generate the remaining members that goes along my circle. For this, I just need to follow the same steps by edit, copying these two joints and the member. They change in color, so they are copied to the clipboard. Once again, I go to the clone tool. For this particular case, the generation method will be the same, but on this occasion, I just need to create those additional copies. And here I can specify the number of copies and by how many degrees are apart. I want to keep the same angle. And since I already created one, I just need 35 copies. And click OK. And here you have your circle generated within the square section I have defined before. You need to select all so you can have a better view. Maybe switch to this view here. Of course, your elements will still be copying into the clipboard, but you can always, this doesn't affect anything. You can always unselect all, copy the unselected objects, so it gets clear.